Been sitting here. Just had some shrimp scampi. So the market was attempting to go red, and I was trying to get on live while it was happening, just to remind you not to go short. I've sworn off shorting for the time being until UVXY actually has an up day. Every sell-off is just temporary. And what I did today was I stayed very, very focused on a few names. Palantir, surprised it didn't actually do a little bit better, but we caught the little play in the beginning of the day. Way back at the beginning of the day. And now we're buying MNDR, and I've been in it, and I'm still in some, looking to see if it breaks $3, because this stock was that IPO from a couple of weeks ago that went from 5 to 30, and it crashed to $2.30. So I was just stalking it just to see if it'd be a little bit of a comeback, and guess what? It broke VWAP and broke 250, which is a very, very significant moment in the world of trading. There are certain numbers that are just trigger numbers. 250 is one of them. And especially if it's breaking VWAP simultaneously on a stock that just fell from $30 to $2, I imagine there to be, some room to go. But it's actually not doing as much as I thought it would. I'm happy I got the 50 cent. I'm sorry, I sold it at 271, most of it. I'm in the last lot. But now I'm thinking, because I know you can't see my charts at this point, but you want to see something? Watch how the matrix works. So I'm thinking about buying more, but I'm going to go rescue my fucking dog right now. Watch. By the way, Brody, if the stock's over 3 when I get back to the desk, I'm going to kick you in the fucking face. There's always some sort of distraction. Is it $5? No, all right. Usually when I'm about to do a trade and I get distracted, I get back in that 2-minute span or 30-second span, something fantastic would happen. But if they start flashing that massive size at 3, there you go. Boom! There you go. Now offer out some at $3.12. Hopefully you get the 1/8 of a point. Right? 308. Now you want to be on the offer, just in case this is a blow off top, which it could be. It took so long to get here. So 311, 312, 310, 310. Tommy Wong, Tommy Fong, Tommy Chong. What do you mean you don't tip? Oh, I don't fucking tip. What? 312 sold to that guy. Don't sell any more of it. We're looking for 325 now. Sold a couple of hunch. Full disclosure, that's how you make money as a trader. You sell as stocks are going up. Now I'm locking in. 291 is my out on the rest of it if it breaks down. But if it keeps going up, yes, Uncle Fucker. Yes. So big move, big size on the offer is usually a buyer. They throw this massive size on the offer to try to spook the trader, thinking, oh my God, it has all this overhead supply. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's why tape reading, if you thought tape reading was something that you could use from the 90s, doesn't work anymore unless you know the differences of what you're looking at nowadays. What used to be called tape reading, you would watch market makers, you'd watch the time and sales, you'd watch to see the action of the level 2 without looking at the charts. Kind of what we're doing here. I don't need a chart to tell me I'm buying it for the 3 and I'm looking for 312. And I don't need the chart right now. I know exactly what I'm doing just based on price on level 2. But tape reading used to be honest. Now it's deceptive, just like everything else. The market's rigged and manipulated. By the way, never short the Qs. Again, I've sworn off shorting the Qs. And you see this market, how it just sold off a little bit? Let me show you. So every time the market sells off and you're about to short it, you say to yourself, why would I short this here when I'm just going to have to get out flat or lose money? It's a losing trade. Don't bother. When it's time to short the Qs, the UVXY will be green, and it's not. So you need to have the UVXY trending up, not just green. It needs to be trending up. Look at UVXY. Does that look like something that's trending up? Obviously not. So until UVXY is actually trending up and the market's selling off and the market has to be making prior day VWAP, then maybe I'd give you permission to short the market again. But what's the point? There is no point to short a market that doesn't go down. 6 days down, or was it 4 or 5 days down, usually in a bull market, that move gets gobbled up, and then we proceed to engulf that move, which we already did, and then some, and now we're breaking back above those 3-month VWAPs. So let me show you. This works on the fly. Look at that. So here is MNDR for you. This is why we're in it. And if you know anything about this stock, you want to see something so sick. This is sick. This is sick. This is demented. This chart right here, and I know, hang on to your hats, kids, because I'm going to use a big word. It's a microcosm, which is a small example of a larger idea, a microcosm of why I'll never own stock again. Unless the market crashes, burns, everybody thinks it's never going up again, then I'll, like the Carvana trade. When everybody's bearish again, that's when I'll get bullish, right? Okay? But again, that's not the case right now. Now everybody's basically complacent, and sort of bullish. And by the way, somebody said, hey, how come the market seems like it can't go down? Because every time it goes down, the people that still want to go get into the market are waiting. That's why buy the fucking dip still works, right? All right. So anyway, this stock, I call it self-legitimized itself. Self-legitimized. What does that mean? Most stocks, my default is this stock is a piece of shit. It's going to zero. That's my default. I am the true bear. I know the market never goes down, but most stocks still suck. And it's true. Market never goes down, but most stocks really, really, really suck. And this one is beyond sucking, because this one fucked you hard, because it broke prior day high, consolidated, broke prior day high, consolidated, broke prior day high, consolidated, held the prior day low, then broke the prior day high, consolidated, broke out the prior day high. There's no reason to not love this thing. And we were trading on the long side. I had a couple of trades in there all the way. By the time it got through 1750, I completely forgot about it. Next thing you know, I saw it was at 2950. And then it consolidated. Boom. Consolidated. It held the prior low, held the prior low, held the prior low. Yeah, a little sniffing of a sell right there. Held the prior low, held the prior low, held the prior low. And then, I don't know if that was the real candle, but this one was the real candle. The fucking stock went from $23 to $2. And here we are. So when I see something like that, that gets me excited. That screams, okay, I know it's now a pump and dump officially. I know it's a piece of shit, and I'll just treat it accordingly. I'll just play with it when the time is right. And when that time is right is today. And when do you buy stock? Consolidation under the VWAP, break in 245, break into 250. You're in with zero risk. You're risking 20 cents. If the stock would have, let's say you would have bought it at the 244, it rolls over, breaks 231, it was going to go to zero. But if you're buying at I started buying at 241, 243, 245, and 250, right? Check it out. So no matter what, the stock has never been as low as 231. What do you think you're going to do if it breaks 231? Sell, Mortimer, sell. The stock's probably going to go to 9 cents, which the way this thing looks like, any day now, it's going to be exposed. They're going to have some sort of class action lawsuit. You know it. There's going to be some sort of news that comes out. The stock's going to get halted, and it's going to be at 9 cents. But right now, we're in it because the getting is good. The shorts are on the wrong side, and we're just trying to milk the trade. You're milking it right now. You're milking it, right? Right now, where do you think I think it's going? I'll take a wild guess where you think I think it's going. You see that over there? Prior day high. See it? It's right there on the chart at 346. So now I say to myself, you're lucky that you're making money on this piece of shit. And I'm also a little unhappy that I sold most of it at 271. I'm in some now, so it's nice, right? Maybe you guys just bought it at 3 and you're getting the day's pay out of it. Great, awesome, right? You sell some here at 312. Nice day. 1/8 of a point, 12 cents on a $3 stock. Percentage-wise, that's pretty good. Keep in mind, right? And here's the best way to trade. And that's why I love being bullish. I have no desire to own this. I have no plan to own this past 4 o'clock today. I don't even think I'm going to make it in the next. I'm planning to dump it as soon as that tells me to. And when is that tells me to? You see that spot where it just broke right there? You see that spot right there? That double top was $3. That's your stop now. So now that you've taken profit, you put a stop at 3, and you say to yourself, all right, maybe this thing does go up to that prior day high, which would be nice, right? Let me show it to you again. Or you cut bait and you say, thanks for the money, time to leave. And you leave the casino table. Now, let's talk about these Qs, right? Okay. Now, I know a couple of my friends are all, bewildered about me telling them not to short the Qs, and like, I thought you were a bear. I am. But I've got so destroyed by this one trade. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I don't need it. It never works. I always lose. Even when I make money, I wind up giving it back. It's a losing trade. I'm just going to avoid it now. But Kenny, the Qs are under the VWAP. Fuck you. I don't care. Unless we're crashing. And you know what UVXY is telling me? There is no crashing. UVXY wouldn't be under the VWAP near the lows of the day if this market had any intentions of actually going down. Okay? I'm giving you the holy grail of trading right now. QQQ long, UVXY short. For life! I don't know why I was straight from the path. Because as a trader, you want the action. You want to, well, this is me talking. I want to be able to make money when most people aren't making money. And that's shorting. Most people don't know what the fuck they're doing. But you know what? Right now, the sheep are winning. Stay with the flock. The market's going up. And there's nothing you could do about it. Oh, there's going to be a rug pull any day. No, there's not. There's not going to be a rug pull any day. Why would there be? Oh, but it can't keep going up like this. Yes. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. You telling me the market can't tack on 10% more from here? That's 40 more points on the Qs. You're going to get in its way? Are you a fucking madman? Just like you're not supposed to buy stocks on the way down. Oh, but I heard you're supposed to buy low and sell high. No, that doesn't exist either. Because when you're actually going down, you tend to go down more. You buy stocks when they start going back up. And then they tend to go up more, like Carvana. You don't have to be a hero buying it on the way down. You buy it on the way up. So until UVXY is actually going up, which it's not, as the market's going down, which it's not, then maybe I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not shorting the Qs fucking ever. Unless you got to have everything. I need UVXY flying high. Not only do I need UVXY flying high, I need to see rockets flying over my house. That's what it's going to take now. And by the way, if I just watched Godzilla -1, it is that good. It was great. Godzilla -1, if you can take the subtitles and whatnot, Godzilla -1 right now on Prime Wire. They got a HD copy. It was a bootleg copy for a while. It's phenomenal. But until Godzilla, and again, even if Godzilla was to pop out of the Hudson River and start knocking the shit out of buildings and hopefully stomping on all these fucking terrorists running around the city and burning to death, would be awesome. Because Godzilla is supposed to be our friend. By the way, Godzilla's a badass in this movie. He ain't nobody's friend. He's there to fuck people up. Until Godzilla shows up. And by the way, the Godzilla sell-off will only last 3 days. Because after Godzilla's done fucking up all these buildings and stomping on these terrorists, and everyone's running around in flames, what happens? It'll be the anti-Godzilla rally. It'll be the Save America rally. It'll be whatever they'll call it, and the market will go up. Interest rates will be back at zero, and we'll just Godzilla can't stop us, and then we'll go back up because the market never goes down ever. And by the way, just got stopped out of MNDR. Have a nice freaking day. I'm out. See, simple. Stops at 3, you're done. Takes the thought process out of the game, right? But Kenny, I thought you said it was going to go to 320. I know, and then it didn't. See, that's trading.
But Kenny, I thought you knew everything about everything and where every stock was going to go at every minute.
No, it's an illusion, man. It's an illusion. I don't know shit. See, that's the best part. When you admit you know nothing and you're a victim, which we all are, victims to the manipulation, and you embrace the victimness, you can still then finally not be manipulated. You could be the manipulator, or at least join in on the manipulation. Sounds good, right? That's what VWAP's all about. You can't fool VWAP. You can't fool price, and you certainly can't fool the UVXY. 9 cents off lows. Oh, but Kenny, the Qs are going red. Are they? Who cares? Where are they going to go? They're going to go down 50 cents and then rip $1 in your face. Oh, where do I sign up? It's the worst trade there is. No matter what you do, inevitably you lose. Why would you do it in the first place? Doesn't make any sense. Join the winning team. Be on the right side of history. And I'm telling you, here's the prices. UVXY needs to be above 29.60. That's all I'm looking for. You can't even go up 1 day on UVXY. You know why it never goes up? You know why it never goes up? Because the they that control the market are telling you that they're buying S&P futures. They're not shorting the market. The they who control the market are telling you through UVXY,
chances are we're going to go higher from here, even though you think that the market's gone up too much, even though that makes no sense because the market never goes down.
That's what it's telling you. All in that little one ticker, UVXY. It tells you a whole story every day. It's phenomenal. Plus, you could short it for a living, like I do. But Kenny, there's going to be a rug pull any second. What about the Iran, Israel? Stop thinking like that. Trust me, I'm the most negative, pessimistic bear. I hate the market. I think the Dow should be at 18,000. In theory, the market should never move if you really think about it. How much can a company's fortunes change in a day? Some of these stocks are moving in billion-dollar market cap moves. Nothing's going on at the company to warrant that, but speculation, fear, greed. That's what makes the market go around, 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 around. It's just a video game. And the best part, I'm short UVXY across the board. Everyone. Any contract above 40 right now, I'm in. I got about 1,700 contracts short. What? Yeah, it's a real number. Stupid amount. And if it ever goes over 40, if it goes over 43, first of all, if it's back over 32.50, I'm probably going to be buying UVXY to hedge myself against all the naked calls. Because right now, my main position is the January next year. I've been selling the shit out of those 80s. And my plan, I had a fucking great plan. I allocated a stupid amount of money to one account, and my job was to just short the shit out of the furthest 80s. And I started doing it in like one or two, 3 contracts. That was my mistake. But it felt right because the market was actually quite volatile when they did the reverse split. So I was kind of hoping that UVXY wouldn't suck like it normally does and maybe rally to 50, maybe get paid like $20 on those contracts, but it didn't happen. So, I started selling these contracts at 12. They're at $4 now. 100 contracts was 120 grand. I'd be up 80 grand on this trade in 6 days. But I got some. It's just unbelievable. And let me tell you something. I had to call my broker. Sounds so funny. Call my broker. I called E-Trade to try to negotiate with them because they don't let you leverage up on UVXY. You actually have to they want you to have fourfold the value of the contract. So it's like the stupidest amount of money you got to lay out. But on TD and Thinkorswim, the requirements are much less. So I'm just across the board short everywhere. And I'm just waiting for the one day where they actually don't go down. So it's been how many days in a row now? It's been 7 days in a row, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since the one attempt to rally, that was the 25th of April. And that was it. Then you get this, just the destruction is just amazing. How quickly it disintegrates. So I'll show you some more trades today. I was looking at, I don't know if you guys know this one, Root. I don't know what the hell it is. Some sort of insurance company. I trade futures only when I can't sleep. I like trading the stocks, just more liquid, less risk. So this stock, right? I don't know what it is. My buddy Ephraim called me. He's like, you gotta get involved in this stock at $9. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? And next thing you know, it went to 90. I guess Ephraim's doing pretty damn well. So again, my default was to short the shit out of this thing, and I got paid the other day because it was an earnings reversal when it gapped up, and then it rolled over. We had a 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal for about 12 points, and then it sold off another 20 points. So again, $98 stock pulls back to 52. Now I'm looking to buy it, and today was a little confirmation of the buy. You see the yellow lines? Those are prior day highs. That's old school 1999 style trading. Let me show you how easy it was to trade in 1999. I'm going to do a reenactment. Oh, Q's new lows. Hey, it's circuit. Oh, I'd have to have a mullet right now. I had sort of a mullet still. And I was just holding on to whatever hair I had in 99. Right? When did I get married? Yeah, I still had some hair in 99. Hey, what stock is that? I don't know. Something called Yahoo. All right. What do they do? I don't know. Something on the internet. Is it breaking the prior day high? It is. Buy it. Oh, shit. It's up 18 points now. I'm up 18 grand on this trade. Trading's easy. And that was every day for 18 months. That was every day for 18. Hey, what's this stock? I don't know. It's breaking the prior day high. Buy it. Oh, shit. It's up 100 points. Ever make 100 points on a trade? I did. BCST. Remember that one? Broadcast.com. Come on. Where were you guys in 1999? Broadcast.com. You know Broadcast.com. It's Mark Cuban's company. Stock broke 70, right? They were doing this, the first online streaming internet television show. They were going to stream the Victoria's Secret pageant. It was pretty freaking big news, right? So I was like, wow, if this stock breaks 80, it's going to go right to 120 probably today. So we started buying the stock at 80. It went to 250. It's fucking nuts. I mean, I wasn't in it from 80 from 250, you know, it was selling and then removed, the same, you know, same scenario. Stock went from 80 to 250 in a day. In a day. It was nuts. And it was basically, and then on the way down, you know, where I made most of my money, you would just short stocks that broke the prior day low. Oh, you know what that's called? Momentum. So momentum would ensue when you broke prior day high to the upside, and momentum on the way down would ensue when you broke the prior day low. That's how easy trading was. I didn't look at a chart. I just knew where the stock was the prior day. You know, you take some notes, you had a little scribble pad or whatnot, and you had 4 or 5 names. You know, again, the guy next to me was doing 100 grand a day. It was insane. It was insane. He was just buying 3,000 shares of anything that broke price. He'd put, about, $500,000 work to work. And the dude was doing 50 grand, 100 grand days. It was unbelievable. You know, I was a stupid pothead then too. You know, I was doing 3-4 grand by 11:30. My buddies were, they were outside already at Hanover Square smoking weed. I was like, that was when I still kind of smoked weed during the day. I don't really like smoking weed during the day, but we'd go out, play hacky sack. We wouldn't go back to the office, and then we'd go back, a couple of hours later, and every stock that we were trading was up another freaking 10%. It was just nuts. Anyway, market's never going down, right? And when it does go down, you'll know the difference. This is not a market that wants to go down. This is a consolidation. It's a consolidation. It's more consolidation. And what happens to consolidations in bull markets? We tend to go up after the consolidation. And let me tell you something. I'd like to see the market go down big time, because then you get opportunities like MNDR, right? I would love to see the market sell the fuck off. It's about time, right? But I'm not getting in its way. I'm not playing this game anymore, right? So tomorrow here, so today, you're finally at the you're kind of at the lows of the day right now. You haven't even got to the pre-market pivot. You haven't even got to the prior day VWAP. There's nothing to talk about here. It's a fart in the wind. Now, again, as far as just typical day trading, you got to blow off top up there, and then broke the prior day low. So that's kind of a reason maybe, hey, there'll be some selling. And then you got, it's called an inverse ass crack. You want to see something cool? Watch this. Watch this, kids. Watch this chart. You see how it's a short now because it broke the VWAP, and it broke, this is the prior low. You're sort of trending down. Some people don't see the chart right. Put a negative sign and then put QQQ, and then you'll see it. Watch this. Right? Isn't that something that you would buy? I'm not shorting. Oh, no, I'm not shorting. I said I am not shorting unless the UVXY is at least 29.50 and the Qs are below prior day VWAP. So even if it breaks prior day VWAP, I'm not interested today because UVXY is still down 25 cents. Anyway, this chart, right? What you want to do, some people don't see the down as clearly as the up. So flip the chart over. Wouldn't you be a buyer of the Qs if you saw them consolidating under the VWAP and then breaking the VWAP? Yeah, it's a reason to short. It's a reason to go long, obviously, but the real reality of the trade right here is down. I'm just choosing not to do it anymore. I'm not saying I'm never going to short the Qs again, right? But it has to be so damn specific. And I have to guarantee it to myself. And when's the guarantee trade? I need a 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal, which is not happening here. This is just a temporary fart in the wind, little pullback. I need UVXY screaming higher, screaming. And then I'll press the button. But right now, I'm tired. I'm tired of losing 250,000, 500 bucks, 200 here, 500 here. Oh, let me just dip my, and there goes my toe. Or the mantra of the short, I'm legging in. I'm legging in. You got no legs left. You're a fucking paraplegic right now. You're legging in. You got no legs. So let me show you where I got out of the Qs. And I promised you I'd cover, right? I had a nice trade that got to my level. Here's where I'm ready to party like a rock star, thinking we're finally going to roll the fuck over. And the next day, I'm like, uh-oh. And then the next day, I was like, shit, I got to start covering. That's it. And I started covering right here. The next day, I thought I made a mistake, but it held. It never broke new lows. And I gave myself the prior high as my out, and it broke. But more importantly, the reason I got short so aggressively was this chart right here. We finally, again, it's a little altered now, but the 3-month VWAP broke. So at the 3-month VWAP broke, 3 months got us down. And again, the 3 months, I thought we were going to get the 6 month, would have been sweet. The 6-month VWAP was down here. Sorry, we broke the 3, we broke the 6, and I was looking for to go to the 9. I wasn't asking for much. You couldn't give me 15 extra points on the Qs? No, of course not, because it's virtually impossible to stay short. Now, I still think that we're going to have 2 significant sell-offs this year. But I ain't trying to pick tops. I'd rather just short the market while it's going down, not while it's trying to go down. You'll know the difference. And right now, it's kind of changing its posture as we're talking. UVXY is starting to perk up. Still not going to short the Qs. Still not short the Qs. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing money on this one fucking trade. Seriously. I make money on all these other trades and I just give money back. Or I just blow my life up. Or I blow my years up shorting the Qs. All right, posture is changing, I have to admit, right now. UVXY perking up. But you see this orange line? That's prior day VWAP. You're below the prior low. Today's lows. Right there, man. That chart's just telling you everything. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I don't even care if it goes down to 2 point. What time is it anyway? It's 2:30. Sell-offs after 3 are more interesting. This 2:30 area, we used to call this the 2 o'clock fucking. And the reason is generally these moves are bullshit. It is starting to feel a little bit more real now that UVXY is perking up. But we used to call it the 2 o'clock fucking because my desk, so I had my own office. The owners of the place were in the back office to the right. And then you had the main trading floor. And I was one of the head traders. You had monster guy down in the corner there. I'm picking up some steam here. I'm not shorting the Qs. You can do what you want. You had the monster guy down there, and then you had my 3 partners were here. I'm on the corner because I like my breathing room. And then we had the whole floor of traders, right? So we were the main guys. We were facing everybody else. And 2 o'clock, there was what we would call the counter trend trade. Kind of what you're seeing right here. This started at around 145. So between 145 and around 230, where we're at right now, you'd have a counter trend trade. So the market it wasn't really trending today. It was just up. Trending is you're trending. You would break trend at around 145 to about 230. By the way, if you're short the Qs, I'm rooting for you. I definitely would like a pullback to buy. So the 2 o'clock fucking was born because all you'd hear, because at around 245, the market would stop, turn, and get back into the trend, which was usually up. And then all you'd hear was shit being thrown, papers being thrown, and everybody starts cursing, fuck, fuck. And we would just sit there because I didn't even trade the afternoon. I would trade at 3:15. I usually sit out that move and then buy when everybody was thinking we were going to roll over. Even though I was still a bear then, always been a bear. But the 2 o'clock fucking was born. And it's still something today. You'll notice that when the market's just boring and trending all day, you'll get a counter trend move between 145 and about 230. And then it starts to dissipate. And usually by 3 o'clock, you're already thinking, maybe I should get the hell out of this position. And then by 3:15, you were back in trend and ripping into the close and crushing the shorts. It was the same day over and over again. But listen, I do believe we're going to have another sell-off. I still believe we're going to stay in this massive trading range. I am hanging on to the idea that we still have seen the highs of the year. It's still, I am demented enough to think that we are going to stay in this massive trading range. So, where did we get up to? 442 today, 7 points off highs. This is the massive trading range I'm talking about, the 413 to the 440. We could sit here forever. This is the 1 month, but I'll show you. Sorry, I'm on YouTube showing my charts, so I got to use two different computers. This is my main range, right? Now, listen, like I said, it's getting mildly exciting right now. We've gone red on the Dow, the SPYs, and the Qs, but UVXY is still red. So just remember, if you are short now, you still have to have the default that it's not going to last and you're going to lose your money on the trade. So cover on the way down, right? Look, we still haven't even breached. It's like the slowest sell-off ever, right? And these slow, grindy sell-offs are met with a big green candle in your face. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, and I'm rooting for you if you're short. I'm not going to start shorting the Qs until I really, really, really am 100% convinced that the coast is clear. And, again, if we sell off today, let's say we do sell off and we get down to 3, say we give back 2 points. Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, if we gap up, after we sell off, if we sell off today, then we gap up tomorrow. If they sell that gap, it confirms the weakness that you're seeing at the end of the day today. Then I get a little bit more encouraged to short the market. Hey, Roy G. Biv, what up, man? So, $50K by January, $50K on the Dow. I'm with you. I think we're tacking on 10% before. I think the Qs inevitably, especially if they do sell off one more time, there's 10% more upside in this market. There is. You could smell it. And that's 40 more points on the Qs. So I'm gonna stay liquid anyway. Most of my money right now is short. I'm short the shit out of UVXY, naked calls across the board. I have considered it. I got my man Solid Jello program some stuff. We've been working on it. I got some guys I'm going to talk to try to automate. It's the entries are easy. It's the exits that are hard because I like to piece out of positions. The algorithms, it's harder to price that. I could build an algo very easily just to buy me earnings reports that break VWAP. And I think what I'm going to do inevitably, once I get around to doing this, because I got some shit I got to take care of first, and then I'll settle in and try to do that next. I've been wanting to do it forever, obviously. Got to be 7 or 8 years since I've really found this trade that I love so much. I think the way to do it, because I like being hands-on, but if the algo or the automated trader gets us into the trade, and then we work the order manually, I think that would be good because then, we'll get the good entry. We won't miss any entries, and then we'll work the orders manually, something like that. Yo, you want to see a badass hat? Hold on a second. Where is it? I'm getting all my Georgia gear. I got the best hat. Hold on. Sorry, it's live television. It's badass. I got so much Georgia gear now, I don't know what to do. Can't wait. I can't wait to go to my first Georgia game. I'm so excited. So you see how that sell-off has been contained? Wait, dude, wait. I'm thinking about throwing it into the washing machine just to keep it clean. This hat has seen its better days, but my man, I called them. I heard there was hats left over. I actually called Thinkorswim looking for those hats. They didn't. They said they didn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, I dig Trade Zero's got the best hats of the business, man. I got one of every color. My daughter's going to Georgia. I'm gonna have a house to myself. Speaking of that, if anybody's in the Jersey area, I'm gonna have a house party in September. My wife's going to Portugal for 10 days. My daughter's gonna be away to college. My son's gonna be in college. I got the house to myself for 10 days. I'm thinking hookers and blow. I know it's not a bad, it's a terrible combination, and they only talk about it in the movies. I'm gonna try it one more time. Hookers and blow. I'm just gonna pace myself this time. It didn't work out in Vegas. What? By the way, hookers and blow, it never works out. Trust me, it never works out. Sounds good on paper, never works out. And by the way, just like shorten the queues, sounds good on paper, never works out, right? You're already getting 2 o'clock fucked in your fotch, right? Would it take you 5 minutes to realize you're wrong? In your fotch. See, now all the guys, they're all talking about, oh my God, I can't believe I got short. What am I doing? See? So much easier just to avoid the trade. Look, I'm happy I got paid on this minder. And by the way, let me show you what we're going to do tomorrow, home slices, right? So now that maybe we found the bottom on this piece of shit, right? MNDR, nailed it. I started buying 241, right? So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not in it. No, I'm not short the Qs. Are you crazy? Are you kidding? I have sworn off shorting the Qs until UVXY has 3 up days in a row, which basically is never, so I'm good. But this MNDR, just like I explained to you, momentum is your best friend when you're trading. If today's low holds, it's a double bottom. And then look at this. Look how sick. Because the stock fell so much. Yeah, let me show it to you. I'm sorry, I'm using 2 computers at the same time, so I gotta show you each time. So look at it on a 2-day on a 5-minute scale. So you could see the prices. Oh my freaking God. So the computers are telling you, and you see this peak right there? That's where I would say the stock is going. If it breaks tomorrow, VWAP's telling you 478. So here's what you do. Here's what we used to do. Before we had like notes and stuff and computers and shit. Sticky pads. Where are they? I had sticky pads all over the place. Anyway, I would sticky pad my trade. So I write MNDR, if 318, then 478, and put it on the corner of my screen. And I would sit there and just keep an eye on it. And if it broke that price, you're in. So again, if we found a nice low on this thing, look at, I mean, I'm not saying this is going back in the 20s. I'm just looking for an algorithmic squeeze, which can get us to around 478. So if this thing breaks 318 tomorrow, I'm in again. 318 gets us 478, 2,000 shares. Have a nice day, right? And by the way, if you were shorting the market, you lost. You see? There's no reason to think to short because inevitably you're going to have to cover. or you're going to get short at the worst possible time. The market's never going to go down. And you're going to lose all your money. Oh, I don't know if I can move that. Can I move that? No, I can't. But you should see it. You can see it. I'm on the bottom right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, somebody was telling me I got to move my picture. I'm in the bottom right. The chart's always on. It's not too often we're looking at stuff down here. You guys see it, right? Yeah. Oh, Mike Rizzo, it was worse. Yeah, I got rolled. I got robbed. But it was funny because we kind of knew we were gonna get robbed, and we filmed it. So I gotta find that shit somewhere. If you watch the no crying and trading video, the girls jumping on the bed, one of those girls was the thief. Anyway, Qs are about to go back into the green, and you're a loser for even thinking we were going to go down. You see? You see? You see, Warriors? Don't short the market. It's not worth it. Oh, here's another one for you. Jumama came back. Came back in a big way. I missed it because I talked myself out of buying it. Anyway, this was Jumama. We had this monster ass crack that we got involved in back in October and November. We got paid, thought it was over. Next thing you know, it came roaring back. We were loaded up at 385. This is one I actually did very well on because I sold into the move. I top ticked it. I got stopped out at around 750 on the way down. And look where the fucker went to. Right back to my original entry. And I was too much of a pussy to buy it back because I thought the market was going to go lower. And then the next day, it double bottomed at that same price, yet I was too nervous. I didn't want to start swing trading again. And here we go. 385 got you back to 7. But if this thing's going to be legit, take a look at this chart. Woo! That's a 3-year VWAP chart on JMIA. If it could consolidate without getting destroyed like it last time, like Very did, Very looked very good and it fooled us and screwed me by breaking a new high, then collapsing. I got screwed. But if Jumama could just consolidate without collapsing above the 5.25, then we'll start taking this thing a little bit more serious, which I like because there's something about this stock. I like it. I don't know what it is. I think it's called the Jumama, but I like the consolidation. It held even though it collapsed a lot, it held the price. So now the next rollover, if it holds a higher level, then you get bullish. I'm not chasing nothing. I'm in the driver's seat, as they say, right? Oh, now okay, wait here. Whoop. There you go. Better? There you go. Interactive. It works. A little disappointed in Palantir's action today, but I'm really looking forward to buying it in the next couple of days. I thought you'd have a little bit more buying on the dip. And I ain't saying that this stock's an indictment on the overall health of the market because that's just my bear talking. See, I'm trying not to focus in on all the dumb shit that I think because everything I think is negative. I'm always looking for reasons to go down. I'm always looking for the rug pull. I'm always looking for the market to pull back. I'm always looking for collapses. Palantir is a market stock, and it's very popular. And for it not to find any buyers today and not to be able to breach VWAP even once this afternoon, I would normally go on to say, oh, that's an indictment on the health of this market. No, it's not. It's not an indictment on anything. The market never goes down. Shut up. See, that's my new default. Shut up. Stop talking about the market going down. When it starts to go down, we'll short it then. No more of that shit. I almost lost another 40 grand. I got re-short just 2 weeks ago. And this time, at least, I kept my stops on. I got stopped out on the way back up, like always. But at least it was locking into profits this time. Hey, did you guys just mention GameStop? Who just mentioned GameStop? Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking God. How is this stock back? Wow. Nice move. So let's go back to the original conversation, right? And the title of the video, when to short stocks. Right? The QQQ shorter, they were feeling pretty damn good down there, right? Until they weren't. Now look, it didn't breach back above that yellow line, which is kind of significant. But right now, I just have to assume this was a 2 o'clock fucking. It was perfect timing. It started at 1:30 and it ended at 2:36. Basically, the 2 o'clock fucking in a nutshell. Market strong all day. Between 1:30 and 2:30, you have the 2 o'clock fucking. And by 2:45, you're back into the trend. And usually you're ripping into the close and crushing all the shorts. And that's why I'm just not doing the short. I didn't buy the dip. I didn't play the short. I'm just kind of getting away from the Qs right now because I'm always looking to short them, and it's just not a good trade. So when we roll over, and I want to see the market going down. I want to see the market breaking down. Here's the 2-day VWAP. Let me see the Q start breaking prior day. I'm with you, Rye. I think, yeah. I think tomorrow will be a better day for Palantir. And if it's not, you might be looking at $20, which is where I start selling puts at 15 again. Actually, let's take a look at that. I'll show you this trade that I usually do. When I want to own something, I usually just sell puts because I don't like owning stocks. So I usually go out at least 6 months after they report. Let's call it August. Now let's call it September. Hey, you know what? Let's see. September, like a September 15, I would normally go. Yeah, September 15 is for 40. If you can sell a September 15 for, let's say, 50, 75 cents, that means you're willing to buy the stock at 14 and a quarter. Let's say you get 75 cents. That I don't mind. You know, I'll sell 10 contracts for 50 cents. Stock stays above 15. I keep my $500. Or if it collapses down to those prices, I own 1,000 shares. I was rooting for the Bears to do something there. I'd like to see the market go down so I could buy it. But there's enough going on. Today was kind of a sluggish day. You know, I was away from the desk for a good 2-3 hours. There was nothing going on. There really hasn't been much going on except slowly going higher. So let's take a look at Disney, who's my only other choice. Oh! Steve Elliott, look at that. You're in my head. Disney, little capitulation. You got your foe in your show. You tested a little break area. You held the 104.50. I don't hate this idea if it breaks VWAP. Down the stretch we go. I'm just as excited to see what happens going in this last hour. I'd like to see a sell-off. It'd be awesome. Oh, there you go. Consolidation under the VWAP all day on Disney. Wait, let me get the exact price, actually. That's 105.91. And by the way, I sold my 100 shares of Viking the other day. I just bought the IPO because it was a really nice open to an IPO. It's very rare you see nobody selling on day one. I mean, it opened up, stayed strong, never broke 25. I bought the open at 26. Sold it at 27.50. Sold the other, I had 100 shares just goofing around. It worked. Actually, I'm going to buy this back, Viking. This is the cruise line, just went public. Breaks 30, probably goes 50. What else was there? Oh, yeah, DXYZ got smoked. I've been looking at that to see if anybody comes sniffing around. Today they came sniffing around. DXYZ, you guys know about this one? 8 to 120, back to 8. I love the market. It's the best. 8, it actually went to 120 in the pre-market. 105 is the regular session highs. 8 to 120, basically back to 12. I'm interested now. I like it when stocks crash because then you'll get some squeezes. Let's hang on. This Disney might be interesting going into the close. How much is a 106 call? 105s are better priced. 105s for 150. Time to get up and go to work. And also, if you don't know, there's this company called NVIDIA. They make chips or something, power the AI generation. They're due out to report in a couple of weeks, right? I'll give you the date. Tonight's, by the way, Rivian, Upstart, Arista Networks, Lyft, Win, Twilo, Oxy, Toast. Ooh, Toast. Let's see if Josh Brown could pick a winner finally. NVDA, they report on May 22nd. I wouldn't be surprised to see this market just sit around till they report. Chop around with a bullish tone because we never go down. And then they report and the Qs break out to all-time highs. Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, 22nd. By the way, did you get stopped out of those Qs short yet? Oh, there's no point in shorting them. I mean, if I was short the Qs, my stop is right there, 40.34. If I was short. And if I was short, I would have covered at 440. Might have covered as it was approaching here, and now my stop would be here, ready to get the hell out. And there she goes. Wait a minute. Is that the Disney price? Did we just get... Oh, scared me. Get him, Brody. Get him. Get the Mormons. This is a stock NYC? American Strategic Investment Corp. Disney ruined a lot of things. Yeah. I used to be a huge fan of Disney, all things Disney. They lost me. Nah. They might as well be supporting terrorism right now. I really don't. Can't get behind them anymore. They ruined Star Wars. I was never a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, I like it just as much as the next guy. I'm not one of them's crazy. I'm a Star Trek guy. But Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I'm also not a fan of losing money shorting the Qs. See that? But for a little squeeze on the mouse house right here, I mean, if it doesn't break VWAP, what time is it? You got to get, usually by 3:15. I do love a late day VWAP break. I love the setup because if you do get the late VWAP break, you tend to rip, and you might have, a nice 2-point move here on Disney. It just nobody loves it. I mean, this is normally a screaming buy. It's just that this stock's a little tainted right now, in my opinion. But it's just math. The longs are already in. They've been buying since the 105. That's why that last sell-off right there is the only thing of significance on this chart right now. 104.86. You guys hear that? Man, this computer is struggling right now. REM? Don't go back to Rockville. Waste another time. Do. Yeah? Am I right? Gardening at night. Huge fan. I was into REM before REM was REM. Before they were so popular. All right, what are we going to do here? Man, my computer is overheating right now. Something's up. I'm going to shut some stuff. That is not a good sound. This is only 2 years old, this computer. What the hell? You guys hear me all right? Computer, that's still working, right? Everything's still working, right? So anyway, Q's green. Dow's green, SPY's green, right? You get it? Yeah, it doesn't seem, it's not hot. It's just, oh, it is kind of hot. Shit. Hey, listen, I've had a good run with these Macs. Well, this Disney trade never broke VWAP. I'm not doing it. But the Qs, again, if you were short, you're basically getting stopped out right now. What else was interesting today? Palantir, MNDR, Disney. Oh, Datadog was pretty good. To me, I was actually shocked when you got up that close to the orange line and you didn't get it. But it is what it is, you know. The orange line at the time would have been the high of the pre-market. Didn't get there, wound up getting stopped out on the way down. You know, it was one of those trades where if you had a gun to my head, I was like, of course it's going to 117. And then it didn't. And that's trading, man. You have a plan. Just remember Mike Tyson, right? Everybody's got a plan until you get blasted in the fotch. Like staying short the cues, you mook. You just witnessed the 2 o'clock fucking at its best, right? Because you really thought you were going to get this, right, today? Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, Kenny. This is it. We're definitely going to sell off now. No, we're not. Ever. You're a loser. Don't short the cues. The easiest answer is don't short the cues. What did he say?
Don't short the cues.
If inevitably it always becomes a loss, why even do it, right?
Oh, well, it worked for a little bit, Kenny. I made something.
Did you? Good for you.
Oh, it pulled back a whole 60 cents.
On a $400 index, I'm not here to make 60 cents on a $400 stock. Let me know when we're really going down and I'll get excited. You're getting 2 o'clock fucked now. Right on. It's amazing how it all works out, right?
Eat shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Remember these things? These were popular at one time too.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Fucking jerk. Fucking jerk. Eat shit. Fuck you.
This was the internet to us back in the day. We used to buy boxes that would curse at us because we were morons. I had my boss. We were selling these at a place called Caesar's Bay Bazaar. It was like a flea market in Brooklyn. Guy was killing it. He was getting these for like $6, banging them out at $25. The kids were eating this thing up.
You're an asshole.
I know.
Fucking jerk.
I know.
Eat shit. Fuck you.
Like, what the hell? Meanwhile, I still own it. This thing's 35 years old. It still works.
You're an asshole.
Speaking of things I still own, you want to see what I still own? My pager. Who still has their pager? Come on, Uniden, Micro. Come on, we all sold weed in high school. Come on, everybody needed a pager at one point, right? You know what I use it for now? To test batteries. If I have a AA battery lying around, I put it in my old pager. And if it vibrates really strongly, I know that it's a good battery. Guys, remember pagers? You know, there's no payphones in New York City anymore. Not one. The last payphone is gone. I think that's terrible. I think they should never have gotten rid of. I mean, obviously, most of us have cell phones, but there's something to a public telephone. They shouldn't have got rid of every single one. There's not one payphone in New York City anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy. Kenny, why does anybody need a payphone? You got a phone on you. Everyone does, unless you're a loser. Almost back to the VWAP. It's crazy to see as I'm explaining it, right? You know why? It's not crazy. Because I've lived this day, I don't know, 1,000 times. Isn't that a song? I could live for 1,000 years. Oh, it's in excess. Why? I was standing, you were there, shorten the queues, and you'll never, ever make money. Doom, 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 doom.
Fucking jerk.
You see how it's just in a void. It's in a void. Just don't do it.
Oh, but Kenny, it's going to be a rug pull any day now.
Okay. When they pull the rug, you press the button. Let me know when the rug pull comes. The rug pull will be at prior day VWAP, maybe. And even if we would have broke prior day VWAP, we still had the lows of the pre-market to contend with. That's why that was a fart in the wind sell-off. Bullshit. Never going down. Never. Now, wait a second. While we're sitting here, I think we might have missed an entry on Disney. You know what? We might as well buy a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to put trades on just because I feel like putting a trade on. That's how you lose money. Yeah, something's going on with my whole freaking system over there. You hear that? That's an alarm going off. Great. Something's having a meltdown. Meltdown, breakdown, you're busted. All right. I promise you, if you guys are buying Disney, I'm not done. I'm done trading. I'm checked out. But if you're in it, it just broke the price that we were talking about earlier, 78. Be careful. I'm gonna stay on the sidelines. Plus, we got 65 more companies coming out earnings tonight. So what are we gonna look at? Oh, there's always, see, that's the thing about the Qs. There's always something good enough to hold it together. And you'll notice sometimes when the most of them are weak, Apple will be strong. If Apple's strong, the rest will be. If Apple's weak, the rest is strong. Exactly. Disney-Ruski. I don't know. Where was I going to buy it for Disney? If I was in it already, I'd be happy. I don't know if I want to start a new position. What is that? 300 shares? What am I going to do? I'm gonna stay out. I got my day. See, again, this is where the degenerate comes into play, right? I don't got to put a trade on. Day's been over for me. MNDR was the icing on the cake. I don't need to trade. Oh, wait, only for Eric. Oh, not Eric. What was his name? Chris. Chris, you want me to put a trade on just so I can lose money? So you could say that I put a trade on? You see? That's called discipline, Chris. I don't trade because I feel like it. I trade when I have an advantage and I think I'm going to make money. Oh. And on that note, let's just reconvene tomorrow, my YouTube friends. Please like and subscribe or whatever the kids say. And if you don't follow me on the YouTube, I'm going to be going live across the whole entire spectrum. So I'm going to do simultaneous live shows soon, probably starting June 1st. I'm going to go YouTube, Twitter, my website, JC's website, and TikTok until they shut TikTok down. All right. Be safe out there. Don't churn your account. Don't trade because you feel like trading. Don't trade. Have a specific reason to put any trade on. Know why you're getting in, where you're going to get out. And, come to my website right now. If it's telling you that it's an illegal website, just proceed anyway. Something happened with my certificate. And in certain areas, my website is deemed illegal or something. I don't even know. I called Network Solutions. I've given up hope for anything working for me flawlessly in the world of tech. But if you go there and it warns you, I think there's a button where you proceed anyway, and do that. And the password is still the password is, what's the password? The password is Ipswich Clams. The password is do it now, VWAP. Don't tell anybody. Do you actually all get the error when you go to my website? That's not good. Are you guys getting proceed with caution messages? See, that's bullshit. I paid the big bucks to get some sort of certification, validation certificate. Apparently it doesn't do shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. But here, I'll give you the secret backdoor way in. You ready? Don't share this with everybody, even though I'm putting it up here in the public domain. Yeah, get ready. Hold on a second. All right. This is the secret backdoor way in. He likes backdoors. Gay. Am I allowed to say that? That's the secret backdoor way in. So if you click that, it'll bring you right to the back door, and then you could sneak in with that other password. See, I'm giving you all the freebies because I'm that kind of guy. Because 3 days from now, when we're shorting the queues, I don't want to hear it. But you said on the video 3 days ago you weren't going to short the queues. That was 3 days ago. Right? Sid's there. He's going to be busting my balls. Kenny, you just said you were never going to short the queues again. But now they're breaking prior day VWAP and the UVXY is going up. Of course I'm going to short the queues again. Just not now. Tell it, you know I'm going to short something sooner or later, right? Woo! I can't wait. Maybe right now. What time is it? Oh my God! Holy shit! Cousin Richie's back. What are you doing? Cousin Richie just shorted the queues. Are you crazy? Cousin Richie, you're going to lose. Oh, Cousin Richie, what have you done? All right, Cousin Richie just shorted the queues at 440 because he saw UVXY go to the highs of the day. I'm not going to hate you, Cousin Richie, but good luck. Just please do me a favor. You see this top of that candle? That's just stop. Hard stop, meaning get the hell out of the position if it goes against you. All right? You're just a glutton for punishment. Here, Cousin Richie just shorted the queues. Cousin Richie's out of his mind. Cousin Richie's, he made so much money on his Meta calls that he wants to give it all back. 3 months ago, he made $250,000 buying Meta before the earnings came out. How much have you lost so far since then? About 125 of it? Because he's just a glutton for punishment. Shorten the queues, man. Just don't do it. You're already a loser. It is a little interesting that UVXY is clinging to green here late in the day. Just make sure you're out of this position, man. Don't short the queues. But look at the Disney. It's still the same price, but you know what? It hasn't gone away yet. It's still hovering. Ooh, what's going to give? I'm going to say nobody wins. How about that? This is going to sit here all for the rest of the day. Cousin Richie's ready to get hammered for another 50-cent loss on his QQQ. And Disney finally peeked its head above the VWAP. You got to get the 106, and then you're on to something here. And if you're in from the original break when we started this conversation at 67, I'd be a seller. I would sell a little bit as it got to the VWAP finally. And now you raise your stop to break even. Yeah, you hang in there with, I see what if you get a move into the close. Late day VWAP breaks, I do like the move. I do love this trade. It's just this, this stock's been disappointing all day. But you got a reason to believe now. All right, I'm really going to go. I got to go take care of some stuff for my daughter. And if you are long Disney, rocking, you get 106 bid, then you look for that, and then you look for the real move. So let's see, right here. You're looking for that 106.21. If you get through there, there's a lot of noise up here. Maybe you get the 40, 50 cents. Cousin Richie, you're about to get punched in the face again. How many times are you going to short the Qs in one lifetime? You don't learn anything, do you? Felt good there for a second. He was up about 2 cents on the trade. Yeah, you're about to lose. Don't short the Qs. All right, be careful out there. I'll see you guys in the morning. Feel free to come to the website. I'll be rip-roaring all day tomorrow. I usually go from about 8:30 to 11:30 without even taking a break. And, normally I don't even come back in the afternoons, but now I'm going to be teaming up with some friends. We're going to have a lot more content. We've got an app going, an app that's going to come along with the website. So the next 3 months is going to be really exciting times. I'm usually not a fan of change, but this is good change. And 106 on the Disney. All right. You got something out of it. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, look, you should get the extra quarter out of it. All right. All right. Now, you should have your order out there. See, Cousin Richie, why aren't you buying Disney? You want to lose money, or you want to trade a VWAP break on an earnings report? Choose wisely, Cousin Richie. Don't give back all that money. This is the same guy that kept buying AMC on the way down, trying to explain it to me. He was trying to explain. Yeah, that's right. He was trying to explain it to me about how short squeezes work. I'm like, okay, Cousin Richie, you keep buying AMC. That game's been dead for 2 years now, 3 years now. You're going to be the one that resurrects AMC. Okay, go for it. Let me know how that works out when you start begging your other cousin for money. And there he was at the funeral asking my other cousin for money. We're all just a bunch of degenerates. But at least take the high quality trades where you got at least risk reward in your favor. You just lost more money shorting the Qs than I warned you. All right, I'm really going to go now, even though I'm probably not going to go. Should I just hang out to the close? I don't know. What do you want to do here? You guys long some Disney? It's the only thing that was worth even sort of doing. Not much going on. It's been a lazy, boring type of market, and lazy, boring type of markets are generally bullish. I'm rooting for you. Come on. Get that 106.24. Come on. Come on, Disney. Come on. Pay the people. Get that extra 10 cents. 106.24. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Well, I was hoping to get you that 24 there. You got so close. Just hanging in there. What time is it? I mean, you still got a half an hour, so not bad. If you got the first, if you bought the 68, you sell some at the 90, you sell some up here, you raise your stop to the VWAP and try to hang in there. See if you get that extra 20 cents. So what do we got tonight? What do we have tonight? Oh, Rivian, right? Yeah, that's either going to be $8 or 12. Man, what a piece of garbage that turned out to be. Oh, Reddit. Their first report since going public. That's big. RDDT. Oxy. Stock's been basically the same price for 10 years. Oh, wait a minute. No. Is it up 10 points finally? Wait a minute. I forgot the price. What was the Warren Buffett price? Was it 65 or 56? Where Warren Buffett kept telling everybody he was buying it. Oh, it finally did move. Yeah, very nice. I like this stock. I've always liked Oxy. Halliburton, Oxy. Come on, Disney. Get up. Oxy, Toast, Coupang, EA Sports, one of my first trading stocks. Dutch Bros. Somebody mentioned Bros before. Come on, give us the other 7 cents now. 18, 19. Come on, you bastard. I want 106.24. Just to show you how the market works. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Get up. Let me just show you why 106.24 is important. You see where stocks kind of went to and came from? That print right there, that was the prior. So that's the 106.45. And then right around here, 106.21, I should say. It kind of like pivoted off that specific price, and then it pivoted off it again right there, and then got rejected right there. That's where stocks tend to go. You basically got it. Yeah, whatever. It's a quick scalp for a profit. It's better than losing money, right? So how can I set it to default that way instead of having to raise it? No, I guess I got to raise it because I don't know where the chart's going to be. Yeah. What I'm going to do next is I want to show you my screen with the scanners. Or here's an idea. Come to the website. You get to see everything. Because you're just seeing the charts. I got all these scanners and doodads ripping. Give you a heads up of what you want to be looking at. So wow, that's a slow 5 minutes. I thought it was at least 3:45 by now. So like I was saying, if the market was to sell off into the close today, that would be a significant moment, right? But it's already been rectified. But again, we got a half an hour. So if we were to sell off and there was some selling and UVXY would stay green, then, right, all trading is if and thens, right? If that happens, then I'd be looking for that to continue the next day. So like I was saying, if we was a sell off today, whatever that low was going to be, if the market would gap up tomorrow and then give up that gap, then that would cause momentum to the downside. And right now it's another day of You know, the market, the Q's being up 18 cents is the new down. It's like it's such a struggle just to even pull back a little bit. UVXY back under 29. You see? You see how it's just like poof, and the bull market's back. What else we got coming out? Anything else significant? Those big guys. Clove, remember CLOV, another scam stock brought to you by a guy who makes horror films. What's that guy? M. Night Shyamalan, right? No, what's his name? The guy that scammed everybody into all the SPACs. Yeah, Shamuth, right? M. Night Shyamalan, right? That guy, the worst. Oh, ADPT, another awful stock coming out earnings. Wow, there's 400 companies coming out tonight. Holy cow. Oh my God. It really just goes on and on and on and on. Wow. Wow. It really does go on and on and on. Yeah. I'm actually going to call Tim Sykes and ask him to just, I want to know more. Like, I'm not going to pay you for this information, but I'd really like to know what that's all about. Because to me, it's virtually impossible to do that on a consistent basis. All right, I got to go to the mall. Speaking of buying shit, time to get new phones for the kids. That's why Apple's always going to be a big part of our life, because it's not even a question. You know, it's like 3 years later, your apps stop working, the updates to the phone start making the phone shitty, and then you got to go buy a new phone. It's like part of life now. That's why, you know, people that say Apple's a dinosaur now, they're not innovative. It doesn't even matter. They're part of America. They're part of the society. You never get rid of them. Oh, cousin Richie, look at that. See? That was a shitty trade. You got in at the low, you covered near the highs, and now it's going right back down. Trading sucks when it does that, right? That's why I just avoid it. Digital herpes. And no, you shouldn't short the Qs again with the half an hour. Oh my God. There she is. Wait, let me show the people that phone. This is what my daughter's been looking at. See, I've got good kids. They know how to suffer. That's what she's been looking at for about a month.
No, I've been putting a hair tie over it because I'm very handy.
Hey, there she is. Remember she used to sit here while I was trading? I'm going to get her a new phone. Staring at the sun for about a month.
Oh, she's calling me.
Oh,
I'm going to make sure there's no assassinators.
All right. All right. We're out. Off to the Apple store.
Hello?
I'll see ya on tomorrow morning. All right? Nice hanging out with you. Tell 2 friends. I'll see you on the other side.